President Donald Trump would plainly like America to be more like the Gulf states he's touring on the first big foreign trip of his new term. He got a purple-carpeted welcome fit for a king in Saudi Arabia from Mohammed bin Salman, the ruthless and modernizing crown prince, that outstripped the showers of personal adulation from his top officials back home. More spectacle is on tap in Qatar Wednesday after Trump lands in his aging Air Force One jet, rather than the newer 747-8 his hosts want to gift him. "We've launched the golden age of America," Trump said in a major speech in Riyadh. "The golden age of the Middle East can proceed right alongside of us." His trip, which also includes a stop in the United Arab Emirates, is already a window into his second term. The soliciting of hundreds of billions of dollars in foreign investment shows America first is as much an economic strategy as a foreign policy. And as Trump palled around with MBS, as the Saudi crown prince is widely known, it was clear the president is right at home with rich authoritarian leaders who head nations where the line between ICS and personal enrichment is blurred. No one in Riyadh was complaining that his visit is also serving as a tacit endorsement of business deals his sons have clinched in countries along his route. But Trump's lavishing of attention on Gulf states is also highlighting the region's rise to geopolitical and economic might. The financial muscle of oil-rich Saudis, Qataris and Emirates is engineering a power shift from the west to the east. This will be obvious in Qatar. The tiny state, smaller than Connecticut and home to 2.5 million people, is now a fulcrum of diplomacy and has made itself indispensable to the foreign policies of Republican and Democratic presidents. It connects warring nations and hostile groups including the United States, Iran, Russia, Ukraine, Hamas, Israel, Lebanon and its rival factions, the Taliban, Congo and M23 rebels. If there's a war that needs to be ended or a hostage to be freed, Qatar, acting almost as a mini United Nations, will be involved. Trump hails a transformation he'd love to emulate. Trump is on the hunt for $1 trillion of Gulf investment to balance his tariff-led strategy to reinvent the U.S. economy. But his head was turned by transformations wrought by his hosts in their own backyards, which are unencumbered by the planning regulations and environmental curbs he often bemoans in the U.S. Armed with sovereign wealth funds, they're revolutionizing sports and the arts as they build vast modern cities, transport links and stadia to guarantee their futures when carbon resources are drained. Qatar hosted the FIFA World Cup in 2022 as part of a PR strategy critics decry as an attempt to sports wash its poor human rights record. Saudi Arabia launched spending sprees to bankroll sports teams and leagues. In a politics and sports double play, it founded a pro-golf league and held events at Trump resorts. The World Cup is coming in 2034. Trump was sure to give FIFA Supremo Trump fan Gianni Infantino a shout-out in his speech Tuesday. Admiration and even envy creep into Trump's voice in a region where he's far more comfortable than in the chancelleries of old Europe. Majestic skyscrapers. Trump, who's built a few towers himself, marveled in Riyadh. "It's amazing genius," he went on. In other cities throughout the peninsula, places like Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Doha, Muscat, the transformations have been unbelievably remarkable. Before our eyes, a new generation of leaders is transcending the ancient conflicts of tired divisions of the past and forging a future where the Middle East is defined by commerce, not chaos, where it exports technology, not terrorism. In Trump's endorsement of the aggressive Gulf development model, it's hard not to see political aspiration for back home. What would Trump give for authoritarian powers, curbed political freedoms, no court and media scrutiny and the unlimited authority to spend billions that the region's leaders enjoy? The president's affection for strongmen is well known, but an interaction with MBS on Tuesday was jarring even for him. "I like him a lot," Trump said, smirking at the de facto Saudi leader, blamed by U.S. intelligence for approving the gruesome 2018 killing of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi. "I like him too much. That's why we give so much. You know, too much. I like you too much." The president made it clear that America under his watch is open for business and won't ask too many questions about where the cash comes from. In recent years, far too many American presidents have been afflicted with the notion that it's our job to look into the souls of foreign leaders and use U.S. policy to dispense justice for their sins, Trump said, inaugurating a new age of an ultra-realist foreign policy Tuesday. "I believe it is God's job to sit in judgment. My job is to defend America and to promote the fundamental interests of stability, prosperity, and peace." Text prompting viewers to comment and subscribe. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more updates on this developing story.